Hey, what's going on, everybody? Jason Gaddy, and I'm going to show you today how to set up your budget for a bi-weekly or bi-monthly pay schedule. And this will get you through, help you get through baby steps 1 through 6 and into 7. And, 7 would be the same thing. But, so this is the month of September 2019 on the calendar. So I'm going to show you this, and this applies. It doesn't matter if you watch this 20 years from now or if you watch it the day after I put it up. It's going to be the same. So what I do is I go to the bank website and I see, because all of our bills, and you can see here we're debt free. I don't have anything, there's no credit card payments. There's no anything like that. We're debt free except for the house. We're working on that now, paying that off. Or we're going to be after we get out of step 3. But so what I do is I go to the bank, and for each bill that automatically deducts, and I automatically deduct everything. And in fact, I get $5 off on our cell phone bill because I have automatic payment on it. So it might save you a little money, a little idea there, but through T-Mobile. But I go to the bank and I look, and all the bills that get automatically deducted, I will write those dates down, and I'll go back like 2 or 3 months, something like that, and kind of see where they lie. And like for instance, the water bill that you see, which I got 80, which our bill is typically $80 a month for water. There's 3 of us living in the house. What I did for the 3 months or 4, whatever makes you feel more safe doing this, those 4 months, whatever the earliest date was for those months, so the earliest that they withdrew it was the 5th of the month. So in my calendar, in my phone, I put on the 5th of the month, water bills due on the 5th. And so the next one, our house payment, the earliest they've ever deducted it was on the 8th of whatever month of the 3 or 4 months I went back. So I put that on the 8th to make sure that I don't miss it. I don't roll it into a wrong pay period. That way you don't roll it into a wrong pay period and put it on the. If you put it on the latest date, you might put it in a different pay period, and the money might not be there, and you might end up having to inadvertently dip into your emergency fund, and you don't want to do that. So this will help you avoid that. So like my cell phone bill, or our cell phone bill, earliest they've ever deducted it was the 17th out of the 4 months. Electric bill always comes out on the 15th. But I go back through and just double check, and like I said, 3 or 4 months, just go through. Won't take you that long to do it. And our auto insurance always deducts no earlier than the 28th. So I put all that into my calendar, and I set it up as a monthly event. So that way, it continues on into the future forever. And these dates will stay the same until we pay the house off. Then I'll take that. Anything that you pay off, you take off your calendar because it's not there anymore. And I'll tell you why here in just a second. Other than it's not there. But so the first of the month is Sunday. So Monday, the 2nd is Labor Day. So the latest Stephanie's ever gotten paid. And when your pay schedule, if you get automatic payments, from your work, I always go back through on my calendar and see when the latest time is, because I don't want to mess anything up as far as the budget goes. So Stephanie always gets paid no later than Monday, and I always get paid on Tuesday. It's just an automatic thing. My bank lets me get my money like 3 days early, and they've been doing that. It's been that way for 18 years. So she gets paid no later than Monday. Sometimes it's Saturday before, but no later than Monday. And I know what she gets, because she gets a 40-hour work week, and so 80-hour paychecks, and I get 80-hour paychecks. So I know what I get, and I know what she gets. So the total of that, I'll total those together, and then I'll go down, I'll go through the calendar for 2 weeks. So we'll have to subtract an $80 water payment. We'll have to subtract our house payment and then everything in my life goes into my calendar. That way I don't ever forget anything. The 9th will be the anniversary of me and Stephanie meeting. It'll be our 3rd year anniversary of that. So there's no payment on that, but it's in my calendar. I put everything in my calendar. That way I don't forget. So the 8th we'll have to subtract the house payment. And then the 15th will be the cable bill and also the electric bill. So, and I know, like, my cable bill is $70.99. I don't actually have cable, I have internet. But, you know, and then I get free Netflix with my cell phone bill. The T-Mobile does a deal with veterans where if you're a veteran and you use T-Mobile, they'll give you your first 2 lines for $40 a piece. You know, 3rd and 4th line are $15 a piece a month, unlimited data, and they also give you free Netflix. So, you know, that's how we watch TV, is with free Netflix. So anyways, I'll subtract the internet bill and the electric bill. Okay, so all that stuff will be subtracted from the money that we get on the 2nd and the 3rd. All right, anything left after that, I pay for food and gas, and like if I know somebody's birthday's coming up, I'll deduct some money from that or whatever. And let's just say the total is $500. So we take $500 out every 2 weeks. And that takes care of groceries for 3 people. I work about 35 miles from my house, so I got to put gas in my truck. So make sure I have plenty of money for gas, and things of that nature. So we'll take that money out, and then anything above and beyond that, if you haven't done your baby step 1, you would throw the rest of your money on baby step 1, which is your $1,000 emergency fund. And I just put that in my savings account, no big deal, or checking account, either one. Just know that you have to have the $1,000. And actually, I do keep mine in my checking account. That way, if something was to happen, unforeseen, it wouldn't charge me a $30 fee to take money out of my savings and put it in my checking. So I just left it in my checking. So anyway, so we get down to the 15th and all those bills are paid. The extra money is away on either your emergency fund. If your emergency fund is done, then if you have, like, say you have $300 or $400 left over, for instance, and you had a $300 or $400, you know, Kohl's charge card, you would just pay off your Kohl's charge card. Okay, so the next pay period comes through, and so I get paid on the 17th. Stephanie gets paid on the 16th. Well, the 17th, our cell phone payment comes out. So we've got I think it's a $95 cell phone payment because there's 3 lines. So we take that out of the payment we get from that. But then you see, like on the 26th, I get paid from the VA. So what I'll do is I will put us down to, you know, the $500 plus the $1,000 emergency fund through the 26th. And then once the 26th hits, I will take that money from the VA and also apply that to our debt. Unless something goofy has happened. But it's the same thing. When that money hits is when I send it on its way to take care of whatever bills. But for the month, or for the week of the 16th and 17th, we have an auto insurance payment, and that's pretty much it. There's really nothing else to pay. So I think our auto insurance is like $275 for her car and my truck. So we would take the $275 off of our 2 checks, and then remove $500 off of that, on top of that, for our groceries and our gas. And, you know, like I said, with birthdays, or, you know, somebody's going to retire, you know, you make sure you hold back money for that. My daughter's got a birthday coming up, so we did just exactly that. I withheld some money to take care of her birthday. And then we put the rest of the money on the debt. So if you have another, you know, charge card or whatever, you don't have your Kohl's charge anymore. So every bit of money will go on to your next smallest debt, right? So That's how we work that. And then, like I said, the VA money, that also would then get thrown onto whatever our next smallest debt is. So we go down to the 30th of, that would be October. And so Stephanie gets paid on the 30th of October. I get paid on the 1st. And we just redo the whole thing again. Like, I got... we got a water bill payment, and then we have the house payment, water bill on the 5th, house payment on the 8th, and then I think it's going to get us all the way through to the next check. I mean, there's just nothing else because we move a day forward. So I don't think the cable bill and electric bill will be on that next one. So, but that's how we set that up. Now, if you are a military person and you get paid on the 1st and 15th, it's really the same thing. So you got paid on the 1st, okay, you would put in your calendar how much money you get, because you know how much money you get on the 1st and 15th. It never changes unless there's a raise or whatever. So you would take your, the 1st, you put that money in, and then you would go down all the way through the 15th, not just 2 weeks, but 15 days. So, and if your calendar was set up just like ours, for instance, so you get paid on the 1st, okay, you would have your water bill payment you'd have to deduct, you'd have your house payment you'd have to deduct, and then that would be it, because you'd get paid again on the 15th. Now, if you want to include the bill that's coming in on the 15th, like the cable bill and the electric bill, that would probably be smart, just to make sure that there's not any snafus with your bank. Some banks, like my bank, doesn't hold anything. But if you got a bank that's like holding money, won't, like if you're supposed to get paid during like Labor Day is on the 2nd. Like if your payday hits Labor Day, some places won't let you have your money till Tuesday, for instance. So, but banks will still draw. So you might want to, include that with your, the 15th bill. You may want to go ahead and include that with the money that you get on the 1st. And then, actually, you would, no. So anyways, yeah, I would go ahead and just include the bills that you'd have to have on the 15th, because if your money hits at 4 o'clock, but they deduct this money at like noon, then you're going to have an overdraft payment that you're going to have to pay, or you're going to have to tap into your emergency fund. So, on the 15th, I would look at the bills from the 16th on through the end of the month. So in this instance, you would have a cell phone bill, and an auto insurance bill, and that would get you through the end of the month. So that's how you would set that up if you were getting paid bi-weekly, and if you're getting paid bi-monthly, it's the same thing. And always err on the side of caution. Like I said with the 15th, if you get paid on a day that a bill comes out, you may want to go ahead and include that in the check prior. And then like when you're setting all this up again, just go back through your bank account. If it has been pulled, then you don't have to include that. If it hasn't been pulled, make sure you leave that money in so it can still be deducted. So anyways, that's how I did it with our family, and I didn't use any apps. I wanted to do it on my own. I'm just kind of more of a hands-on kind of guy, and I like getting in and digging through each month and trying to set up it just kind of gives my brain something to do, keeps my mind fresh. One more thing before I go. Let's say, for instance, your checks, like we get paid on the 2nd and 3rd. Say you had a bunch of bills going on and it didn't cover you all the way through to your next pay period. What you would do in that instance is you would have to actually look 2 weeks ahead on that. So you would have to, before you paid off extra money on your bills from the paycheck 2 weeks before, you would have to leave extra money set aside for the bills that come the 2 weeks after, to make sure that you have enough money to cover that. So I hope that makes sense. You have to take money out of your pay period from before, set that off to the side to make sure you have your bills covered for the 2 weeks after. Because I know, like, a lot of people have a lot of stuff come out on the 1st, and it just kind of happens like that. So this instance, if we were getting paid on the 1st, or we had to, we didn't have enough money for our house payment, in this instance or whatever, I would go back to, we got paid on the 19th, the 19th, and 20th. So when I did that budget, I would have to go back through and pull out the extra money we would be lacking for the bills to get covered, set that off to the side, and then make extra payments on the debt. So anyways, listen, I hope that helps somebody out, anybody out. I appreciate you all watching. Please like the video and share. If you don't understand what's going on or what I'm talking about, or if you need some help figuring out your budget, if you don't want to, like me, I don't like downloading a ton of apps, because the more apps you get, the more people get to follow your shopping and stuff, and you get more advertisements. And I just soon not put any apps on my phone if I don't have to. So if you need any help setting up your budget, it's easier for you to shoot me a message on Instagram. It's just Jason Gaddy. The picture is the same for my Instagram account it is for my YouTube channel. Shoot me a message, and if you're not comfortable giving me details of like your money situation or stuff like that, we can I can shoot you a message back with just some like makeup numbers, and then you could just plug those numbers in or whatever, if you're not comfortable like talking about your income or whatever. But I don't mind helping anybody setting up your budget, because I really do want to see as many people as possible get debt free. So anyways, and I haven't taken like Dave Ramsey's class where you teach people how to do all this stuff, but I have taken his Financial Peace University back when it was the 13-week course, and you went for over 2 months to, or actually over 3 months to class. I have done that, and I've read almost every one of his books. I've been listening to Dave off and on for 15 years, and as far as like technical stuff goes, I probably wouldn't be the best person to ask like technical retirement stuff. I don't know anything about tax related stuff like that, but just kind of getting through and setting up the budget, and getting through baby step 1 through 3, maybe into 4 and 6, I'd probably be okay. But there's so much technical stuff that goes into baby step 5 with different plans to get school set up, and other options for building wealth once you're in step 7. I don't know any technicalities of that, and I'd probably not be the best person to have that conversation. But if you need some help setting up your budget and don't want to call on air or whatever, you can shoot me a message on Instagram, and I'll work with you and try to get your budget set up, and hopefully you can be successful with getting out of debt and building your financial future. So, all right, well, thank you all for watching. Please like the video, share, subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you all soon. Thank you. Bye.